Hey, Tej here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Polkadot. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave theory and provide multiple scenarios a price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Here on a higher time frame, we've had this count for a while where we have a 1, 2 of intermediate, 3, 4 and 5. After that we have completed the wave 1 of primary, and then after that we're looking for some kind of correction to end this structure. Now on a higher time frame, on a weekly, we can see, let me remove these structures here. We've had this trend line from RSI basically coming down. This is all the way from the third or wave 3 high of this primary one, and we can see that we still have quite a long time that we can still be in this correction or downward trend. Now on lower time frames, of course, we have other trend lines we can have here, but again, that main one or the weekly one is the one that I'm going to be tracking overall. When that trend line on a weekly breaks, then we have confirmed that this structure here, whatever it is going to be over. Now on the medium time frame, we have a few different possibilities here. As the wave 1 primary here, we are looking for a correction of 3 waves. One scenario is this one, where we have this labeled as an A, B and C coming down for wave 2. Now this is for me quite unlikely, as the wave C here is labeled as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 3 is not completed here yet, and it doesn't look good overall. Even on a logarithmic scale, we can see that wave 1 is really big already, and the 1.618 extension of wave 1 would be all the way down here around $3. On logarithm or arithmetic scale, of course, the 1.618 extension would be around here at minus $39. So that is nothing that we can actually measure. So overall, we would have to rely on overall look, or the right look here, and to achieve that we would need to get really low readings for the wave 5. At this point, the maximum I could be seeing, or the minimum, around here at $5 to $3, anything in that area. That would mean that wave 1 is the extended wave structure, and we can't have really any more extensions here on the third or fifth degrees or fifth wave. Okay. The next idea is that we have a W, X and Y. This looks a bit better, as this whole structure in here looks currently more like a 3-way structure. So that is the reason why I'm going to be going more into detail in this one. At this moment, I've labeled this as a possible WXY. Of course, in Elliott Wave structures, you shouldn't have a complex structure in the wave Y. I have an alteration here for the ABC as well in this count. For me though, this looks better inside this W here as an ABC here, then ABC here, and another ABC down to this point. But again, at this point we would be expecting some kind of other move here. The ABC here does not really fit, as we have already created new highs or new lows. At this point we would look this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, looking for that A wave here, B wave and then C wave to complete the wave Y. I don't prefer this count, just a possibility. Now this is the one that looks best at the moment, and follows the Elliott Wave principle. In here we would have this as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 into wave A, B, C expanded flat here into wave C, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 coming down to wave C. Now that extension target is around here, around $5. Again, we would be looking for lower targets here, in case this lower degree structure suggests that. Now the main idea here, let's zoom into 1 hour, take a look at this structure here. So the main idea here, or the question is the wave 4 in, and where is it if it is? If we are saying that wave 4 is in, we have to be saying that it is here. we would have to also say that we have W, X, Y into here, and it is not placed like that, it is placed like this. So again, I don't like this at all. We can't really measure this properly. We can see that we're, even with this structure, we are missing this 0.618 extension of the W wave extension, oh sorry, a lower degree structure here inside this wave Y. So this compared to this structure is less than 0.618, which is again the minimum we would like to see. I just can't get any way to get an impulse structure unless we have the wave 4 here, as it is the highest here. We can't have the wave 4 ending here, as the next structure here is higher than this one. We can't have the wave 2 coming up higher where the wave 1 starts from, right? So that is the sole reason that I have to have the wave 4 here. Okay, now that we have that established, we have to look into the structures again inside here. So we have a possibility this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 as an expanding diagonal. Now it is also possible that we have this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, but again this is still lower than this high. Just if you are looking closer, they are really close, but this is lower, so it would be fine. But what makes this unlikely is that every single one of these structures is larger than the previous. If the nested pattern or nested structures, saying that we had a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, it should be looking like this, not like this. Just because the wave degrees are getting smaller, so should the wave 1s get smaller as the price goes, and as the degrees go smaller, price goes smaller as well. Okay, so that's why I don't like the idea of having nested 1, 2s here. That's why I have the expanded diagonal into wave 1, wave 2 here, and then we can start looking into the rest of the structure, see what we can find. I've labeled these as 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep, nested patterns, and this time it kind of fits, not completely, but again it is better looking than this structure here if it was nested. So here, as the minuscule 1, 2, we would label this as 3, 4 here. Let's go back to 30 minutes. Inside here we would have that 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 in the third of submicro, expand the flat into wave 4. Of course it is comparable, if we compare it to wave 2, it is really small. However, I think this is going to be a double zigzag here in the wave 2, and this is an expanded flat, although it is very small looking. So there is some kind of alteration there. Same here, or in here we would most likely have a zigzag here into wave 2, but again this could look like a wave zigzag as well. So that is my worry here. Can we compare this larger structure to this here? To me that is a bit suspect. The other worry is that is this wave 4 even in? Why am I even asking that? Is just because of the structure we have next. This next structure, if we zoom in again, we can see that structure that is ending it is clearly a 5-way move here. So what do we see that can connect to this one? We don't really see this as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. More likely this is a structure on its own and something like this. Why am I not saying that we have 1, 2 here? It's just because again we are truncating comparing to the previous structure. So I would not be I wouldn't want to say that we have wave 5 here, because that is again truncation. Only at later stages, if this turns out to be some kind of bullish structure, I would be accepting this as a truncation. But for now, we have no reason for that, other than the whole time it takes to create these structures. So it is completely possible that this is a 3-way structure in here, three-way structure in here, and now we would be looking for five-way structure into here to complete only the wave 4 here. Now invalidation is all the way up here around $9.26 when the price gets to the wave 1 area. Now again, even comparing this larger structure now to this structure is going to be difficult, but I just could not figure out if there is going to be some kind of a diagonal in here. I just couldn't see it. So if you see one, let me know. But yeah, that is pretty much the wave 4 scenario if we have it up here. Now I have another scenario saying that wave 4 is not in, and instead we have it somewhere here. Now for this one, I have this first structure labeled as an ABC. Now that fits the A wave or the W wave perfectly. Then after that we have a three-way move A, B and C, again utilizing the same expanding flat here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the C wave, completing this structure. This brings us to the W wave here that is starting from these highs W, X and Y. Inside the wave Y we would have this as an A, B and C. To me it looks better to have a truncation here as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 as a truncated five-way sequence for the wave C, rather than having this as some kind of a five-way move to this point or even this point. So here I am preferring this option for ABC. Of course the wave B could be here, in which again we could be saying that we have some kind of nested patterns here, and then we would have some nested 3/4s in here to complete the C. Doesn't really matter. The point is that we are having a zigzag here, but again it is really extended C wave. We can see that it is beyond the 2.618, which is definitely not common. That brings us to the B wave or the X wave. Now again we've retraced enough, or even beyond the start of wave A or the X, that we are right here at the expanded B pocket. That means that we are allowed to have the extension basically on the C wave as well, as this is going to be an expanded flat, most likely. However, currently we could be looking this as some kind of diagonal that has not formed yet, or we could be looking this as some kind of three-way structure into A, three ways into B, and now we would be looking for three ways in C to complete the wave Y. Yeah, that is pretty much it. If we are indeed going to be modifying or changing the structure a bit, in case here we would invalidate the idea of this being the end of wave 4 here, then we could make the third, fourth and fifth waves in here to create this diagonal. But my overall bias here is that we are going to go higher for the wave Y. Now this is contracting the idea on Bitcoin quite a bit, as on that one I am expecting more lower prices already. But again, sometimes these altcoins are the ones that are actually bringing you the better count and showing you the right way in the overall picture. So even though these are contracting those counts, I want to publish these ideas as well. But that is pretty much everything I wanted to share on DOT. Let me know if you have some other counts, or if you want to share them. There's a link to my Discord server as well. Also, if you would like me to update a certain other asset, let me know in the comments below. But again, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you on the next video. Bye bye.